The last couple of days I've been following the footage of the catastrophe and atrocity that has taken place in Lahaina, Maui, and it is heart-wrenching and very traumatizing, even for those of us that are just seeing the aftermath in graphic pictures and videos, and can't imagine what it has done to the survivors that are living, existing in those conditions now. But as far as the loss of life is concerned, it is tragic at face value. How can we process this? And this video, my video, might be a bit triggering and controversial. How do we process the trauma and the suffering? And one of the ways that I managed to do this, and in one sense it is a bypass, it's a means, a function of the brain to not become overwhelmed by the traumatic energy, and the brain shifts or bypasses to not feel the impact of the trauma in a detrimental way. But having the awareness and the knowing that this life is not all there is, having an awareness of our soul and of our spirit, and the knowing that we are eternal beings, does really help overcome the loss of physicality. It's not really correct to say loss of life. When bodies die, it's a loss of their physicality. It is not a loss of their life or essence. That goes on. In fact, the soul leaves a body in the instant where physical life and the body become unsustainable. In that instant, the soul leaves the body and no longer suffers. That is one consolation. It's not a great consolation for those that have loved ones, that lost loved ones, lost the physical presence of their loved ones because of our attachments and the physical emotional bonds that we have, the tribalism that is instilled in us in this earth experience. So we mourn and grieve the loss of love, the emotional bonds, and that is a shock to us, and that is the painful part, because we are mostly just aware of our emotional being, our five senses, the need to feel secure, the need to feel love. And our loved ones created that security for us. And when they're gone, we feel at a loss, truly. And it's a shock to our emotional system, bodily system. Change, a drastic change like that always is. But that's why it's so important to have that spiritual soul connection, soul awareness, that it helps us lift above, raise above the tragedy, and to keep our mental health, right? To keep our mental health in balance. It's very important to remain functional. And yeah, so not much else to say about it. We need a higher connection to navigate the shocking experiences of this earth life. We need higher connection, higher consciousness to carry us above the emotional waters. Aloha, Lahaina.